So, how much money can you make trading Forex? That's the question that everyone wants to know when starting out. To be fair, it's a great, perfectly valid question. Why wouldn't you want to know that? At the end of the day, no matter what anyone says, the ultimate reason we trade is to make money.
So, how much money can you make trading Forex? That's the question that everyone wants to know when starting out. But before, it's a great, perfect, valid question. Why wouldn't you want to know that? In the end of the day, no matter what anyone says, the ultimate reason we trade is to make money. So, quite simply, potential returns from Forex trading are a factor of two things: individual skill set and the size of your trading account balance. Now, your job is to put all of your focus, and I mean 100% of the focus first, on improving your skill set. Once you have built that skill set, you'll need to assess level, you'll then be able to handle much more larger capital. Maybe you currently don't have access to a lot of capital to trade. Your account balance is probably what you consider to be relatively small, but then there is no need to be concerned about that whatsoever.
There is literally infinite flows of capital in this world that's just looking for the park somewhere where they can actually have a return. Your skill set is an extremely high demand. You will be financially rewarded extremely well, but only if you have spent the time and hard work that it takes to build that skill set first. Now, the output of that equation is for potential trading returns is practically unlimited. Let me explain. So one main way to measure trading returns is a percentage of your trading account size. So the way that you do this is the normal total amount of monetary profit that you made, and you divide this figure by the size of your trading account. Then you multiply it by 100 to turn it into a percentage. So for instance, you have a $10,000 account, you made a $1,000 profit, then you will divide that $1,000 profit by your $10,000 account size, which gives you a 1.1 that you multiply that by 100 to give you 10%. So a $10,000 account is obviously 10% net return. So you can see that it's stable, returns of 5%, 10%, 20% per month translate into actually money based on different account sizes. So that 10% return on 10 grand account obviously equate 1K profit, and the same 10% return on a $100,000 account now equates to $10,000 profit, and it will, again, same 10% return on a mil. It's the exact same performance, the skill that is on a larger $1 million account that now equates to $100 profit per month. So the exact same skill set on a larger account produces larger profits. This is why you pretty much constantly be ranting so much about this, putting all your focus on building the skill set and forgetting about the monetary rewards for now. Focusing only on the money is probably only going to slowly progression down, and to build a skill set, no one can take that away from you. And the world is literally a oyster, can be set for life. Trading is probably the most scalable business on earth. If you return the same percentage every month, you can literally have a fixed performance, right? But you never return a higher percentage. So say, always kept at 10% for some reason, you actually make make up more money anyway. It's a wonderful power of compounding. You can see this on this table. Month one, a 10% return equates to $1,000 profits. Then all the way down to the bottom by the end of the year, if you compound your account balance in withdrawing, and that same 10% return gives you almost triple the amount of profit, nearly $3,000. End of the year, if you return 10% every month, that's not actually a 120% return in your account balance, but you don't just do 12 times 10, because that 10% per month, when you compound it over a year, that actually equates to 214% return. Compounding is what makes trading such an incredible skill set to have. Just a quick look at a compounding interest. For a compound interest calculator here, see if we can open this up and have a fair, let me see, just 1 second here. Okay, so quick grab here something online. So let's say, I don't know, we have a starting balance of 10,000, and you have interest rate of monthly, which is say a 10% return. So let's see what that gets you in 22 years time, and you can get it without any deposit or withdrawals. This is really useful when we're a bit more realistic. You can put your withdrawals or profits you will need to withdraw each month. So for when you live out that and whatever, it's just says comma shit. All right, and sorry for the advertising, non pun intended. Monthly breakdown at the end, so it's table for you. So essentially, the interest will be your monthly profits. Obviously, that will be turned to profit. Your total P&L, and then there will be account balancing trading, right? So 2 years time, with 10% a month, you can pretty much get that nearly to 100 grand. But of course, use this compound interest calculators most motivation, right? Because honestly, the power is there, the math doesn't lie. The math doesn't lie. It's there. The opportunity is there. No one can deny it. Where you kind of need to be just more realistic is how is this rule work in real life? Is we'll have withdrawals, you're going to have taxes, you're going to pay, all these things are going to happen. And so don't just only think, okay, the 10 years time I'm going to be tens and tens and millions, but because you always have to deal with trading larger amounts of capital and borrowings and issues, problem and psychology can be harder on to deal with that. Sizes get bigger, so it's not only this smooth process, right? Play around with this. I recommend this, like I said before, it's gonna go up here, withdrawals, and you can put deposits like I don't know, like a lot of capital hand, and maybe you work a job, for example, or slowly adding that amount of money each month, so you can see the effect of it. Put a link to it down below in the video so you can see. So if somehow you're not aware of compound interest before this video, you'll now understand why Albert Einstein was apparently equated as the most powerful force in the universe. Is actually compound interest. So in this course, you're going to learn a skill set that actually master. You'll have the possibility to make extremely high returns in the market. This isn't just hyperbole, like hype you up. This is not, you don't need to take my word for it, because I'll show it to you and prove it to you throughout the program, throughout when we go along. So what I need to realize is you don't need to actually hate high returns each month to actually make a highly lucrative income per month. So only 6% per month is really a magic number. So 6% a month for a year equates to a 100% return. So this is why 6 is a magic number. Imagine, for example, investing where you double your money every year. That is what the power of a small monthly return that is very achievable for you to consistently make to do for you. If you can just zoom out a little bit and you focus on the larger and the long-term picture. Now, proprietary firms, it is commonly referred to prop firms, right? It's an institution that uses own capital to trade with for the sole purpose of making a profit from speculative trading strategies. So this is in comparison to dealing desk at a bank, or looking to make a profit on the thing margin commissions that they obtain through client trading in activity. So just clients that commercial volume or whatever, construction firms that they need money to put their orders to that bank to be executed by the bank, and the bank takes a small commission on that order. But you compare it to prop firms, these firms trade their own capital purely to make a profit with speculation in the market, right? Now, just in the last few years alone, there's been an explosion of online prop firms who offer the opportunity for you to become one of their traders. So you can trade a portion of their capital on their behalf, but of course you then just share and split their profits that you make with them, because they obviously provide you access to a lot of capital, make it otherwise not have access to when you're first starting out. Now, there are many prop firms out there. The discussion on this goes beyond the scope of this specific lesson. But for now, just wanted to think about the potential that arises from being funded from just one prop firm alone. So one of the most prominent firms, FTMO, they offer you the opportunity to start initially trade up to $400,000 if you pass their trading test, to prove your skill set first. So with a $400 account, for example, $400,000 account, 10% per month is equates to $40,000 gross return. But then after the 70-30 profit split, you pay them 30% of the profits and you keep the remaining 70%. So that's at least $28,000 net profit for you to take home each month. Now they increase it, I think, from 80%. Average UK salary is around £30,000 before tax, and that's per year. So it's around 24,000 net with taxes, just around 23,000 years or $33,000 at the time of this recording. So you can make the average salary, average annual salary in a developed Western economy in just 1 month. And that's without 50 or 60-hour work weeking hours that probably don't have, wasting valuable time. You'll never be able to get it back. Just in commuting back and forth, spending money on lunches that mean shit and kills you internally compared to potentially if you were extremely focused hours each day in a London session for a of your own home office. Now, this isn't supposed to be some kind of FX sales pitch. It's definitely saying that you can just stay at a computer, just some hours a day, make a lot of money. Of course not. It's going to take years of consistent dedication to get to this level where you can potentially do that. And even then, you'll still need to constantly be reviewing your processes, journaling, studying all of your trading, tweaking your strategy to keep it looking for improvements. Stay on top of your routines, keeping on top of your physical and mental health so you can maintain and retain peak performance. Oh, and by the way, you're not limited to make 10% per month, of course. There are members in this community that regularly make more than that. So if you want to make 6 figures a year, we got you, but it just takes time and a shit ton of hard work and dedication and focus to the craft. The financial reward is there if you want to take it, because all of that is even without the scaling plans that they provide. So at the time they provide this recording, FTMO, every 4 months, if you average at least a 2.5% return during each of these 4 months, they will increase your account size by 25%. And that will lead something like this. Another 2 years, get the opportunity to be trading 7-figure invest account capital. And I'll let you do the math and potentially blow your mind what this opportunity can provide you without this actually considering any other prop firm capital, as you can have multiple accounts in some cases, right? So this is why I said at the start of this video that there's truly an abundance of capital out there, literally waiting for you, but you must build the skill set first and prove that you're worthy to handle larger amounts of capital. That's it. Guys, enjoy. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next.